Here we are again in Cocoon.
The Vile Peaks, which is a great name.
Oh, look at that. That's what he was talking about, all this junk.
Yeah. We've kind of landed in what looks like a bit of a scrapyard. Yes, we've got an orb there. Very good. Oh, we've got enemies.
Is this a new one?
It looks like a Pantheron, but like a glow-in-the-dark one.
Ooh, it's a Thexteron. Let's kill it.
So he's a bit tougher.
Yeah, significantly.
But it's very variants of the same enemy, so on and so on. Quite common.
Bit of a palette swap, this one. There we go. Dispatched.
We're already in CP, and we can pick up stuff from orbs. Libroscope, I want. It's also interesting that we only had one enemy there, and more with Saz and Vanille. Or did we not fight anything with that?
We didn't fight anything with them yet.
Because I do think, sort of right at the beginning, it has actually quite a gentle incline in terms of difficulty.
Stay sharp.
Because we're still really in sort of the tutorial, it's just very spaced out. But eventually there just sort of come a point where it gets a bit tougher and you have to level up.
Yeah, you can get quite far without actually spending CP, for example. Actually, I don't think I can even synergize more than that.
There we go. He's getting there. So yes, he's given himself a buff with his war cry.
Yes, it's capable of bestowing bravery. I should actually use this.
Which I'm assuming, based on the icon, just means his attack is more attacky, as it were.
His attack is more attacky.
Yeah. He's staggered, but he's soon dead. There we go.
Get a chipped fang. I might use some of the items that we've been picking up there to level up a weapon early or something like that.
This stuff is what was left over from the scrap of Valsi.
I don't know if we mentioned, but I do quite like actually that it shows a small trail on the map that's from where you've been. It's quite useful for things like after battles or cutscenes, because you can see sort of what direction you've come from and where to go.
Yes, you don't get discombobulated.
Yeah, that skyline was very pretty though. I like the sort of lighter section in the distance.
Well, yes, because that's where the sun isn't setting.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a little bit confusing then. Why is it lighter over there if the sun doesn't set?
Well, isn't that what the thing in the air was? The faux sun.
Yes, that's a fal'Cie.
You presume it moves around then?
Called Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you reckon it moves around?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't
Rather
really go
than just
into it,
dimming
but
from
it's
out.
sort of you could infer enough of it. It's one of those things where, like, maybe sometimes people call them plot holes, but it's not. It's just something they haven't explained fully.
A loose end. A loose end
Yeah.
isn't the same thing as a plot hole. Oh, nasty. You can see why I switched there to War and Peace.
But yes, unlike when we were with Post Snow all on his own, both of these small teams has healers.
Have what?
Healers.
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 Okay.
Oh, and there we go. We've got some buffing going on. So we have... Was that Shell?
No, that's Protect.
That's Protect, and
Shell's
that's
that
Shell.
one.
So we've got a little shield and, like, a little hat. So is that plus armor and plus magic, essentially?
Yeah.
Those come in very useful later, most particularly when you get things like haste, which just make you quicker than the enemies.
Zaz gets that first. He's the only character with it for a long time.
Doodaloo. There we go.
Paraffin oil, very useful. It's interesting. So, can we see where we're going next? Because that's a visitable area. Doesn't look very visitable.
But yes, you sort of have the big wide open world around you. You can kind of make a lot of it out.
Oh, is it beneath me? And I just can't quite... Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because it's so far down, the camera isn't quite stretching that far.
And more enemies.
I was being all sneaky. You know, I think I might actually switch it so that I start with Super Soldier.
Yeah, buffing right at the beginning can be useful, especially since that first paradigm shift is the longer one, and then you have that sort of those buffs that are still with you.
Plus, I can make sure all those heals are in place.
Oh dear.
No, he's fine.
Okay.
Because without Shell on, that would have possibly killed him, especially if he wasn't full health. But with it on, it's not so bad. Which is why I'm thinking of switching the paradigms around.
Yeah, so as you get more of the roles available to you, the element of the game where you actually have to employ some strategy, because it isn't just, you don't have to think about what you're doing, you do. You have to heal and you have to buff and you have to attack or you have to do stagger ball stuff.
It's just rather than picking the individual actions, we instead pick a strategy.
It's
An overall strategy.
System.
One which I like.
Yeah, we quite like it.
Oh, it's taking some while to put this one down. Has it got any weaknesses? So it's weak against electricity and water, neither of which Hope are using.
Yeah, we probably just don't have those spells. You'd have to be lightning. As a Ravager, I think. It might be useful to have then.
Ravager.
Because if these are all mechanized type enemies.
Maybe. On the other hand, I'm assuming I can give Hope those abilities anyhow.
Though, yes, you want to put your
No,
paradigm as a super soldier if you want as well.
Mer.
And then, yes, if you've got the space, I would suggest using a bit of dual casting. Yeah.
A bit of the old dual casting there.
Yeah, I like the names. They're cool. Oh, a new enemy here, I think.
Surprise at him.
Pulsework Soldier. So it's like, I think you assume from the name that he's from Pulse. Well, he shouldn't be here.
Well, this is all junk from Pulse, I think it said.
Yeah. I think it goes into it a bit more in a bit. Yes, when this guy's staggered, you can see his middle bit opens up and he doesn't really do anything.
Which is nice.
Yeah. There we go. He didn't seem too tough.
No spoils. He kind of disappears slowly as he's still animating. It's quite good. Ooh, different view and everything. And I think there's a cutscene down here.
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is PSICOM's baby. Our military is split into two arms. The Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as PSICOM, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not PSICOM, then why did you board the train?
For Sarah.
Join the end of the line! Attention Purge deportees. Follow instructions and stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival. Halt! safety! Huh? What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up!
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
I had to rescue Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse, and out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning! She left me.
One, two, three. Ah, we go.
What are you up to? Hey! Wait up! Can't keep up with this girl.
Oh, and then it says Zaz also has access to it as well.
Yeah.
Gained access. We got that last time. And it just tells you a little more about it. But, as it says here, he's more about the offensive capabilities rather than the defensive capabilities.
Yeah.
So instead of increasing protection and shell, he does bravery and... what's the other one? Is it faith? Bravery and faith to increase magical strength.
Yeah. So they're both synergists for different types of synergists.
Yes, although they do gain each other's abilities later on. And this is telling me about three-way battles, and that if I get in there first, I can they'll ignore me. Which means you can take them out one at a time. And it says, pick your target wisely.
You get tired?
Yes, I get tired.
Because we can also walk past groups of enemies fighting, I think.
Right, but we'll probably leave it there because we're ran out of time. So we'll see you next time as we look at Zaz's forehead there. Right, we'll see you.